Hey, I'm Danny Dorman, and this is just a little bit about me. I'm in my 4th year of teaching, my first year in 3rd grade, and my first 3 years were in 1st grade. I think the hardest thing about teaching during the pandemic for me has been having to transition to a new grade level, but also being able to incorporate more technology. Going from 1st grade to 3rd grade is pretty big jump, and they can do a lot more on their own, so I've been working on doing more of that as well. I've learned definitely how to be more flexible and understanding that I don't always need to follow my lesson plans to the exact letter, and that some things might end up being more important than others in the long run. The mindsets of an effective leader, I would definitely say that I have to agree with this research, and just being in multiple different grade levels and working with multiple different teachers, I can definitely see a difference in collaboration versus isolation, but also just being happy in your job and having optimism as well. Dispositions of an effective leader, I think for the most part that I agree with them, and I do believe that these are all important things for a leader to have. Practices of an effective leader, I agree with this research with prioritizing certain things and focusing on the data, but also treating everyone with dignity and realizing that everyone is doing their best, and that those moments, even the small moments, really do make a big difference. The 8 principles of ethical leadership, for the most part, I agree with these and the research here as well. I do believe that there are some cases that the interests of the school and staff should be put first, but not always. For the community, and I will get more into that here in a little bit. My personal misgivings, I do have the one disposition that is a little bit iffy on. I do believe that most principals and people in leadership have a strong heart and belief in their organization, and they go in wanting to make things better and do the best that they can. However, I do believe that there are some that don't go in with a ton of confidence in themselves and being able to speak up, but that can be something that can grow being in the job and also helping others see your personal ideas and getting that feedback from them. And going back to putting community interests ahead of self, I believe that this is a good idea to an extent, but if the people that you're listening to don't have any stake in the school and they have no idea what goes on there every day and no idea the things that we need to work on and work through, I think that we just need to be aware of that and just know where they are coming from, but also where we're coming from, and be able to see the 2 different perspectives and not just completely push aside everything we know for everything that they think they know about the school system. As a teacher, I definitely think that I can work on being a better leader for my students and giving them the choice to help make their learning better and help to engage in their learning better. And I also think that some things that could be more important is just sometimes giving them a break when their little brains just can't handle anymore. Maybe something a little bit more fun to just break the ice and then go back to the lesson. And sometimes just teaching them to be a good human and helping them to build those learning or those leadership qualities as well could be very important. I think each of these plays a big role in the educational success of a school district, and even just a school or a teacher, and it's just important to keep everyone on the same page and just to know where we're headed and the mission that our school or our organization has. Without understanding all of these things, I don't think that you can be an effective leader, and so really diving deep into them is a huge thing. And me learning what each of these means and understanding what they mean can help me to be a better teacher and a better leader for my students, and also helping to build better leaders in them as well.